Hello, my sexy compatriots. This is the cup of coffee you all know and love, Minty Coffee, and I am back with another casual commentary. The topic of today's video, as the title suggests, the Homewrecker. Now, I must be frank, this is far and away my favourite pyro melee weapon. It's a marvellous support tool to use to help out your engineer buddies by destroying sappers far faster than even a stock Engie can. What's not to love about that? Well, it's often that I see Homewrecker pyros be a bit oblivious when spies are going on their sapper-happy rampages and leave the engineer for dead because they're too busy killing the sapper that can instantly be replaced. In this regard, it seems to me that the Homewrecker is easy to misuse. In a nutshell, what the Homewrecker promotes is working with engineers. That much is obvious and really nice, since any damage from it removes sappers by default. However, some users seem to take this as meaning you should camp by your Engie's gear at all times, when this is really not the case. Now, I will agree that equipping this item makes you play a bit more defensively since you don't have the speed boost of the power jack or a typical melee weapon to defend yourself with if you need to, but that doesn't mean you should stay in the back lines of your team just because you have that Homewrecker equipped. Too often will you see a hammer-happy pyro going for a sapper while the spy is gleefully putting a knife into the engineer's back, then by extension, the oblivious pyro. When in reality, it would be far easier for both of them for the pyro to airblast the spy away and kill him while the engineer deals with the sapper. The best use for the Homewrecker in this regard is to destroy sappers you come across when the engineer is nowhere to be found, not when the engineer is in the vicinity of the sapped building. In simple terms, bapping alone, not when Engie's home. I feel like there's a stat that I'm forgetting on this weapon. Oh wait! The Homewrecker and its kin deal double damage to buildings, killing any unattended building in merely 2 hits and minis in just 1 hit. This is frankly an underrated gimmick, because killing a building with the Homewrecker will actually take less time than with a flamethrower. Not that much faster time, sure, but unless it's a mini-sentry, but that's less time you're still M1ing a building and more time you can M1 the approaching engineer or anyone else coming to protect the buildings. Now, the importance of this kind of maneuver though is to know when's the best time to go for a building with the Homewrecker rather than the flamethrower. If there's a fairly high chance someone's going to interrupt you or be right there anyway, go with a flamethrower. If you've got a clean bit of time to destroy a vacant teleporter or dispenser, go for the hammer boys. Once again, bap when alone, not when Engie's home. That's all from me, my sexy compatriots. Take this advice well and learn to use your sledgehammers more tactically and not at the cost of your engineer's life. Think before you bap. This has been your favourite cup of coffee and hold on. I think I hear something approaching. Something that sounds like angry, incoherent oh shit, it's a pyro!
I am the man who arranges the blocks that continue to fall from up above. The food on your plate now belongs to the state, a collective regime of peace and